team. We set some goals kind of in this game in terms of how we wanted to play complementary football, our first chance to play together as a team against someone else, and wanted to be able to affect their quarterback, wanted to be efficient offensively, and then make some impactful special teams plays, and we did that. So fun night. You get great to obviously be able to see a lot of guys get first game action, whether it's some freshmen that just came in. There's a lot of really impressive plays. Some of the newcomers, obviously like Bishop and several guys that came in and impacted the game right away, and then a lot of guys that have been phenomenal in our program for a long time that were able to get their first real burn there. Out there in the Coliseum, man, it's a cool moment in the locker room right now for some of those guys that do a lot of work behind the scenes that maybe our fans and everyone outside don't always see. So those nights are always special. So great start, and looking forward to next week.
Coach, you saw some explosive plays out of your running game today. Can you kind of talk about it?
Yeah, we did a pretty good job, I thought, from an O-line standpoint. I thought the perimeter blocking by the wideouts was really good. You saw several big blocks on those that sprung it, and then obviously, the ball carriers did a great job as well. So anytime you have those explosive plays, that means people at all levels of the offense are executing. That's what you saw.
Coach, following up that question about just the versatility of the offensive line, they were instrumental in about a handful of explosive plays that you guys had. Can you just talk to me about what you saw from the offensive line?
Yeah, pretty cohesive group. A lot of what we've seen in camp. I think they've had the benefit of going up against our defensive line every single day, and that's been a real battle. I know a lot's been made. These guys were all guys the starters, all guys that we recruited, came out of high school, have developed, and there's a cohesiveness and a toughness about that group that I like. So obviously a lot of different challenges coming on down the road, but I like that, and obviously we'll be excited to evaluate the second group a little bit as well, because their development will certainly be key to our season.
You went with Hassan in the second half, for the whole second half. Why did you make that move, and how valuable was that?
Well, we were, the game was pretty well in hand. Jayden had played, had played, pretty darn good at that point, and so obviously Hassan hasn't gotten to play college football yet, and he's our backup quarterback. So it was great to be able to get him some game reps and get that first one out of the way.
How would you evaluate just what you saw from Hassan?
Yeah, I thought they were both really good. I thought Jayden kind of laid the blueprint with how well he played in the first half, and Hassan was pretty steady. He was. Obviously went to fumble back, but, he was pretty steady, ran with the ball. You see some of his athleticism, so a good start for him.
Obviously, you win a game that everyone expects you to win. What did you like about the fact that you scored with 9 different guys?
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I think shows some of the versatility of this team. We scored on defense. We were able to get a lot of different guys involved, and so that was exciting to see. This is what I anticipated, that we would play something like this. It's kind of what I've seen on the practice field. I've been telling the media that's been coming out to practice, we have not had one day where we feel like we had to beg them to practice, and that does not. I've been through a lot of camps, man, and typically there's 1 or 2 days where it's just man, you feel like you're begging these guys, and it's kind of the dog days of camp, right? And it just never felt like that with this group, and so I expected that we would come out and play well on all sides and be complimentary, and we did that.
Coach, you talked about the SoCal guys being on the depth chart earlier this week. What do you have to see from them on film to make sure they can really secure those spots and keep on starting and staying on the chart?
I think the same for everybody. Obviously, those guys are important to our roster and always will be, but it's the same for everyone in our program. Once they get in our program, it's all about, their performance. Do we trust them? Are they reliable? And so, yeah, we try to treat everybody the same when it gets to there. So obviously, a lot of guys from this area making a lot of big plays for us tonight.
In terms of just building confidence, how much does a game like this, where everything seems to be working, help just going forward?
Well, it's a good start. It's nothing more than that. It's nothing less than that. It's a really good start. It's always great when you're able to play a lot of guys right there in the beginning. It's healthy for the football team, because again, it's not just the starting guys that you see going out there. It's the guys on scout team. It's the young guy developing that's maybe not ready to contribute in a big way yet, but we're going to need him down the line. It's just really healthy for the roster. So it's a great way to start the season. There'll be a lot of excitement to get back to work for the upcoming opponent.
Bishop, you had a near interception on a screen pass, and ultimately, took the one that you did intercept to the house. Can you just talk to me about what you were seeing out there defensively?
For me, it was just repetition. I think the staff just did a great job preparing us for the game, and I think that just going out there, I've seen a lot of familiar looks. So, it was just kind of like second nature for me to go out there and do what I've been doing all practice this week.
With being one of the leaders of that back end group, what were you able to see from your teammates there for you guys to have the impact like you did today?
Yeah, it was just a fun night out there. I think going out there, setting the tone early, just doing what we've been doing all fall camp, all spring ball, that was important for us to go out there, fly around and communicate. And I think we did that, and it set the tone for us and then the young guys who got to get in the game a little later.
Jayden, you were nearly perfect out there tonight, 15 for 18 in the first half. Was this the most comfortable you felt running the offense?
Shoot, yeah, no doubt. I mean, first off, it's a great team win. Coach Riley and his staff just does such a great job preparing us to go out there, and all we got to do is trust in it. So all we talked about is just staying disciplined and executing at an elite level.
Lincoln, how special is this? Lincoln, how special is this running back group, especially since every year you've managed to find guys?
I mean, I like the start. I like the mix of talent. I think it's the most talented, maybe well-rounded group that we've had, and we're going to need them all. I mean, there's no question we're going to need all those guys, and they're going to need them in different ways. They all can contribute, and we need them to contribite to this team like they did tonight.
Coach, one thing that was noticed was getting off the bus today when you were at the stadium, all the players who were matching sweatshirts and pants supposed to pass you when guys are kind of running their own thing. Can you talk a little bit about what went into the decision behind that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes in our program, particularly in the last couple of months, and that's if you ask these guys, we don't show up to a meeting, we don't really kind of do anything unless it's all together. So even we don't wear hats in meetings. I mean, staff doesn't even wear hats. I mean, everybody's kind of calling each other out for it. It's pretty cool. So it's a united group. They want it to be that way, which I asked the guys because obviously, in the past, we've done it a little bit more NFL style and let the guys wear some different things. And I asked our guys and gave them a choice, and this is what they wanted. And that's seeing this team unfold in the last few months. I wasn't surprised that that's what they wanted.
Lincoln, what was your evaluation of the defense and how the defensive line was able to get pressure on the quarterback?
Yeah, we did a good job. I mean, that's a good quarterback. Like the kid's a really, really good player. We studied him a lot, so that was important to shut down the run game. We gave up a couple. We had a couple of communications, a couple of miscommunications and assignment busts, but overall we were really solid. We tackled pretty well. We created explosive plays defensively. Again, we played a lot of guys. And it's good to see the front, continue to be impactful, and that's what we expected coming out of camp, and we're going to need that to continue.
Jayden, when you go the entire game without kicking the punt, how can the offense grow from this?
I think it's just staying disciplined and trusting in the coaching staff and the Trojan family.
How do you describe the depth, not just at wide receiver, but at running back, and how that helps you support them?
Yeah, super blessed to have them on our sideline. Can't wait to look forward to next week.
Jayden, with how much success the run game had tonight, does that take a little bit of pressure off your shoulders, knowing that they can handle themselves?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, this conference you got to be able to run the ball. To open everything up in the passing game. So super blessed that we got them on our side.
Coach, next time you go into the locker room or in the field, how do you keep this team grounded when you're coming off 7-3
Oh, we have our ways. Yeah, we're back on the field tomorrow night, so they get to enjoy their families tonight and sleep in a little bit, and then we got lift and run and practice tomorrow night. So they better be ready. They will be.
Jayden, what did you make of Hassan's performance up there?
Fired up. I can't wait to see what he got planned for the future. Bright future, obviously. Athletic guys. Can't wait. Super happy for him.
Let's do one more.
Lincoln, since you've been here, do you feel like this team, especially for your openers, have they been the most disciplined, just from top to bottom with penalties and just doing the right things?
I don't. You guys know me a little bit by now. I don't love to compare this or that in the past. I mean, discipline is really important to this team. It's really important to us as a staff. We've changed in some of the ways that we are teaching that and holding all of us accountable, coaches, staff, players, everyone. And when you do that, those habits show up on the field. I thought we were pretty disciplined tonight. But it's important to this team right now. It's just really, really important to us. And so hopefully we can keep doing it.
Thank you, gentlemen.